Sanctioning Russia's wealthiest oligarchs, the super elite, has proven to be one of the West's most effective ways to cut off Vladimir Putin's access to power. At least that's what we're being told. But new analysis out from Bloomberg shows that half of Russia's 20 richest elites have not faced any sanctions at all. And Julia Manchester from The Hill is joining me right now. She's been following this story closely. Thank you so much, Julia, for being with us. You know, we're 5 weeks into this war. Obviously, it takes some time to track down some of these super wealthy Russian billionaires. Why have they yet to be sanctioned?
You know, it's a good question, and I think part of it has to do with the stakes they hold in major businesses and major industries around the world, like the energy industry, for example. Remember, Adrienne, the world is going through a major financial crisis, with the West facing record rates of inflation right now coming out of this global pandemic, rising energy prices, for example. So I think Western governments are being very careful about who they sanction and really who has major stakes in these companies. You know, for example, in 2018, we saw that the U.S. Put sanctions on Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska. Now, Deripaska owned a major stake in an aluminum company, and we saw that, of course, caused aluminum prices to skyrocket in 2018. And then finally, sanctions were alleviated or somewhat relieved from Deripaska, and they went down. So these can have major economic implications. And it also has to deal with what the government knows. I think there might be a misunderstanding maybe from some Western governments as to who has those ties to Putin and the Kremlin. So, you know, it's a very complicated issue, and we see that Western governments are learning about this every day.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when you have a sweater and one piece of yarn has been pulled out and you think, oh, I'll just remove that piece of yarn, and other things start to unravel. What criteria goes into deciding which billionaires do get sanctioned?
It has to do with their ties to the Kremlin and their ties to Vladimir Putin. Remember, I think the point of these sanctions is to really put pressure on Vladimir Putin. So if those closest to him are hurting financially, they can, you know, somewhat transfer that pressure to Putin through these sanctions. So you're going to see the U.S. governments, the British government, the European Union looking into who has those ties to Putin and the Kremlin. And we're seeing that a lot of these governments are starting with the wealth these Russians have, you know, how wealthy they are, where they're trying to hide their money and such. However, a lot of these oligarchs, potentially in their defense, argue that being wealthy in Russia doesn't necessarily mean that it translates into influence at the Kremlin. So the criteria, we're learning more and more every day, I think, because I think a lot of these oligarchs obviously have hidden their wealth in shell companies, for example, in these super yachts you hear about. So it's a complicated process.
Yeah, I think that it's really important that we don't just assume that just because someone's financially wealthy means they automatically have ties to Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin and some measure of influence, because that seems like a lot of the reporting is making that presumption. Julia Manchester, thank you so much, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.